St. Gianna Oratory presents Daily Thought to St. Francis de Sales for April 25th. You recognize thousands of imperfections and failings in yourself, contrary to your desire for purity and perfect love of God. In reply, I say that it is not possible to avoid all of these. While we live on this earth, we have to put up with ourselves until the day that God takes us to heaven. Meanwhile, we can do no more than to keep a close watch on ourselves and be patient. How can we correct in one day defects that we have contracted by a prolonged lack of diligence? Sometimes God has healed a person in an instant, without leaving a trace of his previous spiritual sickness. But in so many others, he has left the scars of their conversion for the greater benefit of their souls. From the life of St. Francis de Sales. In 1612, seeing that the venerable foundress of the Visitation was given up by the doctors as already in her death agony, Francis de Sales sent her some relics of St. Charles Borromeo, and she was cured the moment she received them. Francis, who had a special devotion to this great Archbishop of Milan, paid a visit to his tomb to thank him for this grace. Accompanied by some ecclesiastics who were also great devotees of St. Charles, he departed from Annecy on April 15, 1613. Perhaps never was there seen a group of pilgrims more devoutly occupied. Silence and prayer filled their days. They said their prayers in common, and the holy bishop gave them points for meditation each day, urging all of them to ask, through the intercession of St. Charles, for the zeal necessary to guide those entrusted to their care. On April 20th they arrived in Milan. The saint had gone there to honor another saint, but he himself was received like a saint in that great city. Cardinal Frederick Borromeo, a cousin and successor of St. Charles, accompanied by Sir John de la Mozza, governor of Milan, went to meet him and wanted to have him as his guest. But the humble bishop thanked him with great respect and begged him to allow him to be a poor pilgrim, so as to have more freedom to pay his devotions at the tomb of the saint. That was the only reason why he had come to Milan.